For this video, we're going to take a look at CV22, so the pit of the neck. We're not going to strike it, but we are going to use it as a self-defense response. So what's going to happen is, in our martial arts, we have these finger jabs and they go straight into the pit of the neck. The problem is, you will never hit somebody in the pit of the neck during a fighting scenario because there's too much movement. Okay, so for just a quick demonstration to see how hard it is to hit that CV22 point, if I'm in this position here and I just move like this, if she tries to jab me in the throat, she's going to find it very difficult from a moving position. So if I'm like this and I'm doing this and I'm just moving side to side, you see how difficult it is to actually hit that point. So you can see that even though I don't have my hands up, it's relatively unimaginable that they can hit you straight in the throat without at least pinning your body so it stops you from moving. Yes, it is a great technique. Yes, it definitely works. The likelihood of you pulling it off is probably luck more than judgment. Okay, it's definitely not a technique you want to look for, because whilst you're looking to poke somebody in the neck, you're probably going to catch one in the head. So what we do is we have a much better way of using this. So the finger jab is going to start from a static bridge. So in a self-defense situation, what we're going to do, if we take a grab, for instance, if I grab onto the arm, your first response has to be brace. Okay, it's great if you can throw a strike straight off the initial contact, because if you connect, then it's kind of done and dusted. But you at least want to brace, and if you're bracing, go for the center of the chest, because it's a very natural response. Anything that happens outside of a natural response triggers warnings in the person, whether you're an attacker or a defender. Okay, so if I grab onto the arm here, and the initial response is straight to the center of my chest, and you press a palm straight in like this. Okay, I'm expecting some resistance. I'm doing something that's going to upset her. So me grabbing her arm is going to set that sequence of events off. Once this hand is braced on the sternum here, what you can do is you've located the point which you want to jab. You don't press it straight away, because you want to make sure that you've got a very good shot and a very good connection. It will only take a split second. If I grab the hand, your response is to slam into my chest. So grab the hand, slam into my chest, okay? You're pretty much there. You're like 90% of the way there. This is a response I expect. I can then start thinking, right, okay, well, I'll just overpower and grab. Now it's on my second movement that you jam those fingers straight into the pit of the neck, okay? It's going to make you gag when you get it, and it's going to make you feel very sick. So when you're training this, be very careful. You can slam into the sternum fairly hard because it's bone, it's part of your rib cage. Okay, so we're going to go from the grab, we're going to have the response to the chest. As soon as I go to move for the next one, you switch that palm press into a finger jab, and you've located CV22. You cannot miss it. It's a great big hole at the base of your neck, and it goes straight into the windpipe. You just go straight forward. You don't have to get too crazy with it. You don't have to pierce it straight through to the spine. You can get a great reaction just from a little bump with the fingers. Okay, so the hand stays out. This gives me a target to aim for, and this is going to set off the chain of events. So I'm going to grab, you slam in. Okay, you've worked it here. You're going to hold it off. This is where the initial fight starts, or the initial self-defense action starts. As soon as I grab, okay, she presses. Okay, you've got a little bit of time to locate the point and give it a good press, but you want to just be focusing on trying to find that point. Don't listen to what they're saying. Don't listen to what's shouted. Don't listen to anything. Just focus on what you're doing and jam it in. Okay, you're just looking for that next follow-up response from your attacker, and you just point and shoot that finger jab straight into the neck. Okay, so that's the sequence of events. The initial contact, you probably won't have any idea it's happening, so you can't do a lot about it. The second one is your brace. You're going to brace and try and keep them off until you can figure out what's going on. You're going to try and locate a good position for that hand, which in this case is CV22. Okay, you wait for the follow-up because that's going to catch them off guard. They're so focused on what they're going to do that they won't be detecting you locating that point. So four stages. So we go. Grab, embrace, okay? That was close, that was into the neck, but it wasn't quite CV22. Now what happens is there's usually a little bit of a struggle. As soon as I try to advance my position, so I grab forward, that's when she presses, and then believe me, that goes straight into the neck. You don't need a great deal of skill with this. You just have to be methodical, and you must try to find that location on the sternum. It works with every single person. There's nobody that I've ever found that it doesn't work with, and anybody can do it, but you must practice.